Hey Eagles! Casey here, a year older but not a bit wiser. Yes, as of Monday I am officially 21, which is pretty cool so far. In order to celebrate, I had a party here with my friends, which was really fun. Everybody I invited came, we swam in the pool, we played board games, it was pretty great, it was a great time. I got some cool gifts from my friends. I'm not going to show all of them off, but I will show you a few. These I got from my most recent ex-boyfriend. If you can't really see, these are the pins from BioShock Infinite, making it perfectly clear that I have to cosplay as Elizabeth for Anime North next year, which now I fully intend to do. I got this from Peter. This is a red moleskin notebook. For those of you that finished reading Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, you may understand why I wanted one of these. And this is a gift from my friend Tori. It is a very lovely picture frame. If you guys didn't know, I'm kind of obsessed with picture frames. This one is very sweet because she had all of our names engraved in different squares, all 5 of us, and she put the date up here in the top corner. It's very sweet. Well, I can't see here, but there is a picture of all of us, and the reason you can't see is because we tried to fit 5 of us into the photo booth. Never ever try that. Like, I don't even know whose tongue is right by my eye, but it's not good. Okay, so there are a couple things before we get to the main topics. First off, I received something very special in the mail yesterday. And no, it was not from a vlogging eagle or from my pen pal. It's not even related to my birthday at all, actually. I got a letter from Maywin. For those of you who don't know, there's a web series, Job Hunters, that I really like. A friend of mine got me into it last year. I pitched in a bit of money for their Kickstarter so they could do a second season, which is in production right now, and as part of it, I got my very own Maywin letter. Of course, getting one of these means I have an 80% chance of dying, but you know, fingers crossed. Okay, I've been waiting impatiently to open this, and now that I'm on camera, I am finally gonna let myself do it, so here we go. Okay, here, I'll now read what it says.
As was established 50 years ago.
All graduates will report to Maywin, the mandatory arena education worldwide initiative.
You are to report to the Maywin Transit Station designated below.
Tomorrow morning at 0600 hours.
And remember, you just may win. Okay, it's not exactly what it says, I'm copying from the show, but basically the first couple lines are the same, and then it gives me a password for my orientation on September 15th. And no, I'm not gonna give out the password on the internet. This belongs to me. This is very exciting. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Okay, so there's something else I gotta tell you guys about that I'm just dying to gush about to a bunch of different people. So as some of you Eagles may know, there was an ad a while back up on Facebook for a couple of bloggers for the official Eagle blog +5 Charisma. They were looking for some beauty bloggers. The picture they had up for the ad was of some really cool nail art done by Jen, aka Sparkle Girl Jen on Twitter. And that picture reminded me of some pretty kick-ass nail art that a friend of mine from Texas has done and put on Facebook. This friend of mine is actually Chandler, aka Zona, that I mentioned in an earlier video as being my current role-playing partner. Anyway, I convinced her to send out an email about it, and she got the job. So she'll be doing some nail art tutorials for +5 Charisma. I'm not sure if they'll have her doing any other beauty stuff, but her nail art is fantastic. Here's a picture here of some nail art that she's done of the Despicable Me minions, which I think is adorable. If you're curious about her awesome nail art skills, or you just want to welcome the new Eagle, I have linked her page on IGGPPC and her Twitter in the description below. And now, for the purpose of fairness, I have another friend that I need to shamelessly plug. One of my Melissa friends, we tend to call her Ego, like the waffle, has recently shown interest in making her own videos. My friend has asked me to stress that she is just starting out at this and that this is her very first video. I'm sure most of you remember my first video where I talked too fast and couldn't figure out the focus on the camera for like a month, so hopefully you understand. Here is a link to her video if any of you are at all curious. Okay, and now time for the multi-topic video to truly begin. First off, it's book review time, and I'll be reviewing Allie's pick, Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. So I was worried for a while that I actually wasn't going to be able to finish this, but I ended up finishing it about a week before we had to, so awesome. Okay, so review time. We'll review fun facts first. Margaret Atwood is a Canadian author. Woo! And this is the first book in her Mad Adam trilogy. So summarizing this book is a bit of a racket because so much happens, mainly the one half of the book is mainly covering the main character Snowman as well as the genetically modified children of Crake. And the other half is told in flashback where we learn about Snowman back when he was still known as Jimmy, and basically it just kind of tells the events of what led up to Snowman's present condition. So at first, I had a lot of trouble getting into this book. Margaret Atwood's books and poems are very highly acclaimed and she's won many awards, but in many circles her work is known to be very dry, at least in part. I remember talking to one of my coworkers about how I was having trouble getting into this at the very beginning, and a lot of them tended to tell me, "Oh yeah, I know how you feel. I had to read The Stone Angel in high school." I totally get it. And since I can be a little bit of a book snob, I would just end up looking at them like, really? For the record, I actually liked Stone Angel, even though it was very sad, but that's neither here nor there. So overall, what really kept me motivated through the book was how interesting it was. The setting was really captivating, especially during the flashback section. I found Oryx to be a very interesting character, and I think that's because she doesn't willingly give up a lot of information about herself, so it makes her very enigmatic. There was one part that did get me to chuckle for anyone who has this edition. It was on page 50. What was it again? Okay, so this section is talking about how Jimmy's parents never really remember his birthday. This part says, his mother, on the other hand, could never seem to recall how old Jimmy was or what day he was born. He'd have to remind her at breakfast. Then she'd snap out of her trance and buy him some mortifying present. Pajamas for little kids with kangaroos or bears on them, a disc nobody under 40 would ever listen to, underwear ornamented with whales, and tape it up in tissue paper and dump it on him at the dinner table, smiling her increasingly weird smile as if someone had yelled, "Smile!" and goosed her with a fork. So yeah, that got a little bit of a chuckle out of me. I don't think I would have picked up this book if not for our little vlog Eggle book club, so I'm actually very grateful that Allie picked this book. I really did enjoy it. And I am very excited for Chelsea's pick. I'm probably gonna end up dragging a couple of my friends into reading along as well. Okay, so now that the review's done, we can get to our main topic. It's time to share with all of you how I decided to think outside my geek box. Now, I had a couple ideas on how I was going to do this. I thought I'd finally try and immerse myself in the Doctor Who universe because it is long overdue, and I didn't really want to download or stream it, but the box sets are really expensive. I also had the idea that me and a couple friends would play Dungeons & Dragons because I'd never played before and a couple of my friends haven't either, but there were just a lot of scheduling conflicts going on for this week. The only other idea I had was to finally get into nerd fighter culture, but there was a time crunch. Part of the time crunch has to do with my birthday, but I'll be honest. The other half of the time crunch had to do with the fact that Saints Row 4 came out on the 20th, and other than turning 21, that's mainly what's been the focus of my life right now. That and I've been catching up with my role-playing. Yay. I actually filmed my unboxing of Saints Row 4 because I got one of the pre-order packs. I'm not sure if I'll actually show the footage at some point. You'll have to wait and see. Basically, what this bit of rambling adds up to is I think I'm going to take a rain check on this topic. The next couple of weeks, in between the original tags, we're going to be doing makeup weeks because everyone has been so incredibly busy. I plan on using one of those makeup weeks to think outside my geek box for all of you. I just really don't want to half-ass my own topic, and I know it's lame just trying to push it back, and I know even though school starts in 2 weeks, crap, summer's almost over. I'm sure that in the coming makeup weeks I'll be able to do something really cool, so I hope you can all forgive me. So I guess I can sign off for now. Links to my Twitter and my IGGPPC page are in the description below. On my Twitter are a couple pictures of other gifts that I got for my birthday in case you were interested. Alright, I will see you guys either tomorrow or in a couple days. Bye. Okay, so hi guys. The reason I'm filming today is because I'm doing an unboxing. I've never done an unboxing before, so I figured why not give it a shot. The thing I am unboxing here, actually, is the pre-order copy of Saints Row 4, which as of August 20th, came today. It shipped yesterday, which was my birthday, which was awesome, and I'm very, very happy. I'm so excited to open it now. Yeah. Okay, here we go. For the record, nobody else should be using kitchen knives to open boxes. You should be getting a box cutter, like the kind I use at work. So, don't try this at home. It is sharp though, I'll give you that. Here we go. Packaging, that seems always fun. Cool, what's this? I don't know what this is. It looks like some kind of poster flag thing. Let me see here. Whoa, it's freaking huge. Okay, cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look how awesome that is. Whoa, dropped. Invoice, fun stuff. Huge. Ah! Oh, that's an awful sound. I apologize. There we go. Look at this. This is my freaking game box. For the record, if you don't hear from me in 2 weeks, you know why. This is actually really hard to get out. Hold on. Here is the Saints Row game. Goodbye, real world. The reason I like this game, it's not because of any direct storyline, which is usually what I like games for. They gotta have a storyline, they have to have in-depth characters, which is why I'm obsessed with BioShock Infinite so much. But this game is all about player freedom. It has a bit of a story to it. If it had nothing, no kind of depth, I wouldn't be able to play it. But it's just ridiculous and random and funny, and it's so just People who compare it to Grand Theft Auto, you're wrong. It's a completely different franchise, and it's so great. I cannot wait to play this. Okay, now here's all the extra stuff that came with my pre-order. I will show you how it looks in the case. Here's everything. There's the Johnny Gat memorial statue, which I'm definitely putting up somewhere in my room. I don't know where yet. It's going somewhere. Look at that. It's got a good weight to it. I could use it as a paperweight, but I will find somewhere to put it for sure. For this, it's like a panic button, so I'm gonna put that right in there. Lid is open. There's an on-off switch. And then... Really? There's no batteries in here? Tab. I forgot to pull the tab. Now, here we go. Cool. It's actually really pretty. If I could get this little keychain thing off, I could probably put this on as a necklace. Little Florida, whatever it's actually called. Okay. This is like the main reason I pre-ordered it, which sounds really stupid because it's plastic. I don't care. Whoa, I almost hit the button there. Okay, so this is the real-life replica of the dubstep gun, which I'm definitely going to be using a couple times in my vlogs just because it's so freaking awesome. Just making sure there's no tabs to pull, because we've had that happen already. Here's here. And... Really? Okay, with batteries. Son of a bitch. Maybe there's an on-off switch. Alright, I will go put batteries in this. And I'll come right back. So luckily this thing came with batteries, which is cool. And thanks to the little precision screwdriver set my mother gave me, I should be able to get this thing open. Yes! Success! Alright. This little hinge is a bit stiff. Oh, that's why. It wasn't a hinge. Oops. Okay. Batteries are in. Cool. Okay, so that concludes my unboxing of Saints Row 4. I'm gonna go play the game now. I am so freaking excited. I will see you guys later.